Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So on today's video we are going to be doing another random pickups video, but it's a bit different because all of the pickups have come from two of the people that we pick up quite regularly on the channel. So we've got a whole load of stuff that we've picked up from Nicky, and then I've also got an absolutely monumental pickup that I made from Dan, but it did get me in a bit of trouble with a wife, so we'll get to that bit in a bit. But let's dive straight in and we'll have a look at the bits that we got from Nicky. So first off, I got a whole bundle of Pokemon cards. So yeah, we've got a couple of open blisters, we've got a tin that's full, and then also the box which is actually full as well. So see there, it's actually got a whole load of packs. All the packs are open, but there's quite a few packs in there that I haven't got. I think there's quite a few sort of Pokemon Go packs in there, which, yeah, I just didn't have the money to get them when they come out. So hopefully there'll be a couple of good ones in there that I can add to the collection. But what Nicky basically does is he will buy sort of booster boxes, ETBs and everything like that. And what he's doing is he's going for the high-end sort of full art cards to put into his collection. I'll pop up a little picture of his current setup, which he's recently sent me. I'll ask him before I put it up, but yeah, he's got a really nice setup that he's putting together. And yeah, what he does is everything else that he doesn't want to add to his collection, he sort of passes my direction. So yeah, really good from my perspective. So for all the Pokemon cards, I paid £5, and yeah, I will sort of just go through them. What I tend to do is sit there one evening after work, chuck on YouTube and just sort through them. But while I was sorting through them, I did actually find something else that I actually did want to add to the collection, and that is a PSP demo disc. So yeah, I think there are 2 or 3 of the different types of these. But yeah, I never actually had one, so I really wanted to add it in because it was one of the big things on the PSP that I was missing. And yeah, this was just in the bag with all the Pokemon cards. So I haven't got a paid for price for this, but looking it up online, it goes for about £5.50. And I'm actually going to just put it straight over with the PSP stuff. Then next up we have got, so this was something, the next thing up is something that Nicky actually threw in for me, and that is a little supersonic sort of figure basically. It's fully what's the word, not plausible. No, I don't know, but you can basically sort of move the legs, move the arms. I think it's even got sort of like ankle joints and that as well. But yeah, look, really cool. And actually that will go up on my shelf just there with the supersonic plush. So yeah, as I say, chuck that in for nothing. Looking it up online, it actually goes for about £24. Now I did say this, I have said to him what it is worth. I think he actually sent me over an eBay picture of it, so he knows what it's worth, but yeah, he wouldn't sort of take anything for it. But the next thing I did get, I will say a lot of this at the beginning, there's a couple of sort of bits and pieces, but we'll get to the games in a bit. Next up, we've got a Crash Bandicoot item for the collection, and this is a Crash Bandicoot Bell Jar Light. And yeah, he sent me over a picture of this. It looked so cool that I actually just had to sort of add it into the collection. Now it is a bit scratched up on the front, but I think it is actually still new in packaging. I don't think it's ever been out of the box. So yeah, a nice little bit to add to the collection there. I will admit I was looking before the video and I haven't got a clue where I'm going to put it. So yeah, it might be one that I have to sort of put into storage for a bit until I'm able to sort of have a bit more of a sort out. But I paid £15 for that. Looking it up online, it goes for about £30 on eBay. Right, next up we've got a book So we've been picking up sort of so many books over recent weeks. And yeah, he sort of pinged me over a picture of this. It was not one that I had in the collection, so wanted to add it in. And this is Pokemon Adventures number 9. So this is a manga book based on Pokemon. Paid £5 for that. It goes for about £10 on eBay. We have already got one of these in the collection. I think it is number 2 we've already got in the collection. So yeah, as and when I see any of these now, I am going to make sure that I pick them up. Right, now we get into the games. So the first game that we've got is on the Xbox 360. I will say straight off the bat, I haven't been able to capture footage for this because the disc needs some repair work done to it. And that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. So yeah, this looks to be based off one of the more recent series. But yeah, I saw it. He sent me over a picture. He had a whole stack of games, and I think this was the main one that I picked out. So yeah, we ended up. It actually didn't charge me for that because obviously it does need resurfacing. Looking it up online, it goes for £6 at CEX and £14 on eBay. Then next up, we've got a PS2 game, and that is 1945 1 and 2. So this is a vertical shooter. And I have to say, I absolutely love playing this. One of the things I'm actually trying to really sort of push is to get some more shooters into the collection. Bar sort of, I think 1 or 2 on the Mega Drive, I've not really got a lot in the collection. So yeah, whenever I see them now, I am going to be picking up shooters. But yeah, he sent this over. So I knew what it was, so knew immediately that it was going to tick off that shooter bug. So paid £4 for that. Goes for £5 at CEX, £6 on eBay. Then we've got an original Xbox game, and that is NHL 2005. Now, I will admit, I know absolutely nothing about ice hockey, but I have to also say that all of the times that I've played an NHL game, I have really enjoyed them. Don't know why, but yeah, I've just find that there are games that you could just pick up and play. Unlike sort of, what is it? The American football one, Madden. I find them so complicated. There's been a couple that I've played, and I just haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I will admit, I think the last one that I played, I got to grips a bit more with it, but still, it is just. I don't know if there's any Americans watching this, but that is. I'd probably say I'd rather watch golf than American football. I just find I don't know if it might be completely different if you're actually watching American football, but yeah, playing the games, it is just so boring. It just takes ages for anything to happen. And yeah, I think I'll definitely stick to my FIFA when it comes to ball games. But yeah, NHL 2005, another one that I wanted to add in. And as I say, really enjoy playing these. That one we paid 50p for that. Goes for 50p at CEX, £8 on eBay. Then we've got a couple of Xbox One games. First off, we've got Skylanders Superchargers. Main reason I picked this up because I didn't already have it in the collection. I haven't got any of the bases or any of the figures, so I haven't even tried playing it. But we paid 50p for that. Wasn't listed as disc only at CEX. Only comes in like the bundle. And then £10 on eBay for it in this condition. But another game actually, and I will say, I played these originally on the PS2, and I have played a couple of the more recent ones, and I have to say I have really got back into them. And that is Hitman: Enter the World of Assassinations. This is the complete first season. I didn't know that it was now a sort of seasonal game, but yeah, I played Hitman 1 on the PS2. Really got into it, enjoyed playing it with friends. Then by the time Hitman 2 come out, I was like, yeah, I'll play it, but didn't really get into it. I don't think I even bothered with Hitman 3, I think that's what it was. But I will say I've played a couple of the more modern ones. I can't remember what the other one was that I played. But yeah, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Really, really enjoyed it. And I have to say, I'm starting to move away from sort of my gung-ho approach to sort of games like this. I'm definitely sort of getting a bit more tactical and a bit more stealthy. One of the games that I have been playing at the moment, so I am going through trying to sort of tick off a couple of games. So I've recently gone through and finally, after 10 years, completed Last of Us. Yes, I know it's a disgrace, but yeah, I have now finished Last of Us. Really, really enjoyed it. Actually, what I will say is, I'll put that down for a sec. What I will say with Last of Us, I'm not going to spoil anything, but over the years, I've seen sort of snippets, and whenever anyone started talking about it, I've always skipped that part of the video. But I had an idea how it was going to end. And I was so happy to think that the what I thought was going to happen didn't happen. So yeah, really chuffed that actually I didn't have the end spoiled. So yeah, but the game I'm actually playing right now is Horizon Zero Dawn. So I think I'm about 15 hours into it, which is a little under halfway. And yeah, I found playing both of those, I have been more inclined to the sort of stealth approach than the sort of all guns blazing, which was a bit interesting for me. But yeah, so I think that really played in well when I was playing the Hitman games. That sort of mentality, the more sort of stealthy approach, that is basically these games. If you don't do that, you don't actually get anywhere. So for Hitman, paid £5, goes for £10 at CEX, £8 on eBay. Then I, in with sort of all of these, he also chucked in a couple of DVDs. Now, I wasn't actually looking to sort of, I didn't ask for any DVDs, he literally just chucked them in. I think he just wanted rid of them. So the first one that we've got is the 1980s TV series V. Now the actual book, the actual box for this is the German edition, but the actual DVDs do play in English. So yeah, I remember this as a kid. Don't think I ever actually sat down and watched it, but I know that I've seen sort of bits and pieces of it. So yeah, thought, do you know what, I'm going to sort of keep hold of that, add that in to the sort of the retro DVDs. So looking it up online, it goes for £6 at CEX, £10 on eBay. And then the other DVD that I got was Jumanji: The Next Level. So I absolutely love the two new Jumanji games, Jumanji films. Yeah, so I wanted basically wanted to get this because technically it is a video game movie. And yeah, whenever I can, any sort of video game movies, DVDs or anything like that, I will always get them to add them in to the DVD collection. So looking it up online, that goes for £2.50 at CEX, £2 on eBay. Then what have we got next? So he chucked this in. It's, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might use this as sort of main controller to sort of keep the other ones in good condition, but it is an unbranded SNES controller. So it's got all the same dimensions, everything like that, but as I say, it is just an aftermarket controller. So yeah, don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. As I say, I might just sort of keep it about as a spare, or might use it in place of my actual SNES controller, keep that in sort of better condition. So didn't pay anything for that, and looking it up online, it goes for about £8 on eBay. Then next up we have got this is actually a console that I have been looking to get into the collection, and I've got loads of different variants of this console, but this was the one variant that I was missing that I wanted to get. and it is the Xbox 360. But you will say, I've got loads of Xbox 360, yes. But the reason that I wanted this is the Xbox 360 arcade. So originally, it didn't come with the hard drive, so that will be getting taken off. And a way to tell it's the arcade is when you look on the back, there's no HDMI port. So this was the only variant that was missing. Now, unfortunately, Nicky said that this is red lighted. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do is probably do a repair video in the future and see if we can actually bring it back. I know that I've watched a couple of videos about potentially how to fix PS3, sorry, red light of death, but I've never actually tried a red ring of death. So yeah, we got this. As I say, it is. Nicky said that it was red lighted. I have to admit I haven't actually tested it. I've not plugged it in or anything. But yeah, in this sort of condition, it would sell for about £15. But I will say it did come with literally everything. And actually, I think the original owner was a bit concerned because this was on the back. So it's literally a 3-fan cooling module. Yeah, don't know. But yeah, it had the controllers, all the power leads, all the display leads, even come with the DVD remote as well. So yeah, really happy with that, and hopefully it's something that I can bring back to life and finally be able to get a 360 arcade into the collection. So next up, we have got a well, this can definitely be classed as a sort of retro / vintage console. I haven't actually got it here. It's in the bedroom. I literally moved it into the bedroom this morning and forgot to bring it back in. But this is a Binatone Superstar. It comes with 3 games, and as you can see, it is in the box. But the games that it come with were Super 10, Knockout, and Stunt Racer. But I haven't actually had a chance to get it up and running yet, because when you look inside, the battery compartment has got a load of corrosion in, so it's definitely going to be one that I'm going to need to sort of take apart and do some repair work on it. But because of the corrosion, Nicky did just give that to me. If we're able to get it fixed, it would be worth about £30 on looking at sort of eBay prices. Then next up, we've got another box console, and have to say the box isn't in as good a condition as I was hoping for, but it is a PS3 Slim. So this is the, I can't remember what model. This is the 120 model. So I have powered it all on. The console all works perfectly, but it is missing some of the inserts. So it's got one of the inserts that holds the PlayStation in place, but not the other one. And as you can see, the box is a bit beaten up, but I can probably deal with that. I think, yeah, there are sort of a couple of big sort of tears in the box. So what I might do, I might try and get hold of the inserts, just to have the console sort of all sturdy in that, and then for now just get a box protector to hold it all together until I'm able to get a better conditioned box. So for that, paid £25 for that. Looking it up online, it goes for £85 at CEX and £70 on eBay. And then the last pickup that we made from Nicky was actually a big one. Once again, it's another console. And this console was actually his, I think he said it was his brother's. And it is an Xbox One S. So we have got one of these in the collection, but it does need some repair work doing to it. I have got it kicking around somewhere. I think I've just put it in the bedroom for now. But I am looking to do a repair on that soon. But this one completely works. I've been on it, wiped it, everything like that. It just needs a bit of a wipe over, but other than that, yeah, it's completely working. Warranty seal's all intact, and actually this is the 1TB model as well. So what I might do is I might actually look to use this a bit more for games that whenever I'm sort of installing a game and I don't want to connect to the web, and I want to just have a completely offline console, this is probably the one that I'm going to start using. So for that, we paid £60 for that. It come with the console, all the cables, 2 controllers, and we paid £60 for that. Looking it up online, it goes for £160 at CEX and £120 on eBay. So yeah, some really, really good pickups from Nicky. But we're now getting on to the big hitters that I picked up from Dan. And the first one that we've got to show is actually something that he just gave me when I was picking up all of the other bits. And just go and just got to grab it. So it is, and I'm hoping I can get it all on screen. So it's an Atari 1040 ST box. Now we have actually got an Atari ST 1040 in the collection. So last year I actually picked up a couple of Atari, the sort of keyboard computers from John. So I think we've got an Atari ST, I think it's a 520, and then there was also a 1040 in there. They both need a bit of work doing to them, but yeah, I was absolutely over the moon with that, because now I'm able to take that Atari, put it in the box, and yeah, I'll then have a complete in-box Atari. I think actually that will be my first complete in-box Atari in the collection. So yeah, really, really chuffed with that. As I say, the box isn't in amazing condition. The outer sleeve is definitely seen better days. But yeah, really, really chuffed with that. Looking it up online, boxes go for about £60 on eBay. So yeah, I was really, really chuffed with that. And as I say, definitely looking forward to getting my Atari, put it in there, and actually have it complete in box. But the next stuff that I've got to show you, I am going to have to set up because yeah, there's a lot. I will say I can't even fit half of what I've got in the games room. So I've got a couple of bits that I can show, and then the rest I will show some photos. But yeah, if you give me 2 minutes, I will get them all set up, and then yeah, you can see what we've actually got. So yes, the big collection I got was actually Pokemon store displays. So as you can see here, we've got a couple of the standees. Now I actually got, I'll tell you the whole story behind this, because I think it was the end of the theme park season. I was actually out at Chesington with the family, and I got a call from Dan to say that he'd got a load of Pokemon store displays, and would it be something I was interested in. And yeah, I was like, definitely, 100%. Send me over sort of some photos and I'll have a look. So I'm there in the middle of Chesington, sort of with atrocious mobile signal, looking through my Facebook Messenger at all the different bits that he had. And yeah, there was so many. So I sent him back a message and we talked through some of the bits that he had. And yeah, a couple of days later I went around and picked them all up. But it wasn't as simple as that, because obviously when I got there, ended up getting a whole load more. So first off, let's quickly run through the bits that I picked up, or said that I was going to pick up when I was at Chesington. So first off, we got 5 standees. So just like this one. So we got the Astral Radiance, Pokemon Go, Pokemon 25th Anniversary, a Fusion Strike, and then also this Vivid Voltage. So I paid £110 for those 5 standees. On average, they go for about £45 each. I will admit, they are very, very difficult to get prices for, because you don't see them too often. You might see like the most up-to-date ones on eBay, but as soon as they start getting a bit older, they start to become very, very hard to find. So yeah, found a couple. The one that's actually worth the most out of those ones is the 25th anniversary, which sells for about £55. So yeah, really chuffed to have that in. Then what else did we get? So I also got he had a 25th anniversary shelf display. So this was designed to go into the shops, normally next to the tills, and then they would put a load of Pokemon products on it. So yeah, I thought that would be a really good display for some of my Pokemon bits. Obviously at the moment I don't have the room to set these up permanently, which is a real shame, because I will say the last one that I've got to show you in a minute, I'm desperate to get it on display. But yeah, so go back, the shelf display, paid £20 for that one. Looking it up online, once again, couldn't find this exact one, but looking at similar ones that have sold before, they go for about £250. So yeah, that one absolutely over the moon. And I will say, looking through some of these, sort of not necessarily the standees, because the standees you can tell that have been used, but some of the other stuff that I've got, you can tell that they've never actually been used, never been unfolded or anything like that. Then I also got the 25th anniversary cube set. So this comes with 3 different size cubes, all branded with the 25th anniversary artwork. And yeah, these are designed to sort of sit on shelves or sort of sit in a sort of particular display, something like that. Paid £20 for those. Looking them up online, once again, looking at sort of similar listings, not necessarily for the 25th anniversary ones. They go for about £25. And then the last one that I actually put my name down for when I originally texted him was actually it's a 4-foot card display. And I'm going to try and get it in. So it is Lance's Charizard. And yeah, this one I was absolutely blown away by, because I was actually able to find a sold listing for this online. And I was actually watching it while it was live for a few weeks, until it did finally sell. So I will see in the picture that I've got up now, it does come with the with a 25th anniversary base. I do have that base. It's just behind me in the room at the moment. So yeah, I paid £50 for Lance's Charizard with the display base. And yeah, as I say, the listing that I found online actually had it sell for £205. So yeah, absolutely over the moon with that. As well, what's good with this is I do actually have the Lance's Charizard gift box up on the shelf as well. So yeah, really chuffed with those. But as I say, once I got there, I ended up buying a whole load more off Dan. So we ended up, I ended up getting another 5 standees. So we've got Sun and Moon Lost Thunder. So you can see that just here. We then got Sun and Moon Unbroken Bonds. You will see in the picture that there are 2. I think it's the middle one that I managed to get. The one on the right, someone else managed to pick up. Then we've got Scarlet and Violet, which, yeah, don't know why I didn't see that in the original pictures. But yeah, we've got Scarlet and Violet. We've got Evolving Skies, and then we've got a Brilliant Stars as well. So yeah, another 5 standees. I paid £70 for those standees. And yeah, once again, on average, they go for about £45 each. Then we also, Dan also chucked in a couple of posters. So these were store posters that were meant to be put up sort of in windows and things like that. So we've got, there's a mixture here. We've got 3 pre-release posters. So these were posters advertising when the pre-release boxes were coming out. And then we've got 2 tournament advertisements. So these would basically allow the shops to put in sort of date and times of when the next tournaments were on. As you can see, there's a photo that I've got up is of a whole load of different ones. But what I managed to do is I managed to get the Brilliant Stars pre-release. So I got that to go with the standee. So what I've done is I've tried to sort of match up the bits that I picked up so that I've actually got a couple that go together. So yeah, we've got Brilliant Stars pre-release. We've got the Astral Radiance pre-release. We've got the Astral Radiance Tournament. Scarlet and Violet pre-release. And then the Scarlet and Violet Tournament. So yeah, for those, Dan didn't charge me anything for those. Chuck them all in. Looking them up online, from what I've seen, they go for about £20. So yeah, really chuffed with that. Then next up, we've got actually I thought this was a really unique display. I will say now, I have not been able to find anything similar. So got no record of these and literally can't find nothing about them online. But I basically named them as sort of card displays. So you'll see here we've got Scarlet and Violet card display. Now this is a sort of a little display that you construct, and then they've got oversized cards that you can sort of put on the front. People can see the cards that are in the set, and yeah, it's more like I think it's like a countertop sort of display. And yeah, just sort of thought it looks absolutely brilliant. And yeah, glad to sort of get that one as well. Didn't pay anything for that one either, but as I say, can't find anything online about it. So yeah, if anyone knows, let me know in the comments down below. Next up, we've got another shelf unit as well. So this one I actually ended up picking up a little bit later because I thought about it after I left, and then sort of phoned Dan as I was driving home to say, have you still got that one? If you have, I'll take that as well. So yeah, I've actually got the Evolving Skies store shelf display. This one, paid £20 for that one again. Once again, couldn't find the exact one. So going on sort of what other ones have sort of sold for, just like the 25th anniversary, I put that down as a $250 price tag. Once again, if anyone knows anything different with these prices, let me know in the comments down below, because I would be really interested to know what they're actually worth. And then lastly, I got two more of the big, the oversized sort of card displays. Both of them come with the base stand and the actual sort of oversized card. So the first one that we've got is Raylaboom, I can't remember how to pronounce that. Paid £15 for this one. Once again, couldn't find an exact version of it. So I'll put that down the same as Lance's Charizard, which is probably a bit overpriced. But yeah, £200. Once again, very rare to come across them. I think I've seen a couple in not as good condition as these. These ones, so all of these oversized cards that I got, none of them have been unfolded. They are literally still in the same condition that they've come from Pokemon. And I will say, when I actually picked them all up, as you'd have seen in the thumbnail picture, they actually come in the original boxes that they come from Pokemon. So they've got Pokemon tape on them, big sort of Pokemon stickers on the front of the boxes and everything. So yeah, we got Raylaboom, and then we also got the Rayquaza oversized card as well. Once again, it did come with the stand. Paid £15 for that, and once again couldn't find it online, so I've just picked up sort of the price that I've seen elsewhere, which is obviously the Lance's Charizard, and put that down as £200 as well. So yeah, an absolutely massive amount of store displays, and I have to say, store displays have become a bit of an addiction for me at the moment. You will see over the next couple of weeks a load more store displays being added into the collection. I actually got one this morning that I'd ordered, but yeah, I've got a couple of others as well. And yeah, I like them because they're so unique. Obviously the store displays, once they're taken out the store, a lot of the time they get chucked in a bin, which is such a shame. But yeah, I am so glad to actually get hold of some and basically preserve them within the collection. But yeah, so that is everything we've picked up today. So before we wrap up, let's quickly run through the totals. So our total spend today was £450. And if we bought everything from CEX, which I will admit wasn't a lot, it was mostly the stuff that we got from Nicky, we would have paid £275. And then if we picked everything up from eBay, now obviously this is a very much an estimation based upon sort of having to select a lot of prices for the Pokemon stuff. But we'll be looking at roughly £1,745 and 50p to pick up everything. As I say, I do think that some of the prices that I've put for stuff might be a bit high. So like the shelves and some of the other oversized cards. But as I say, it's just so difficult to price some of these bits because of how you don't see them. They don't come up on eBay that often. So yeah, I've just had to sort of take the prices that I could find. But yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon with everything that I've managed to get hold of. And yeah, so that is going to wrap up today's video. But before you head off, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, bye!